Hey friends, it's Sarah here. Today I am back with another Traveler's Notebook process video. I'm so excited to share this process with you guys. I had so much fun working on this page, and I used a photo of the Jurassic World movie poster, which was just so much fun. I think it's the first time I've ever used a photo that's not mine as my inspiration, but I didn't have any photos from our little date night when we went to the movies to see that movie, and so I went ahead and I just printed out a photo of the movie poster, and it worked out perfectly, especially since I had this page in my July 2018 Studio Calico Traveler's Notebook that kind of worked perfectly with those the palm leaves, and it just sort of added to the whole jungle vibe. And so yeah, I feel like it kind of worked out perfectly with this photo. So what I'm doing here is I just stamped out watching using the Studio Calico Max Alpha stamps, and I just stamped them on some white cardstock using the Color Theory glass slipper ink, and now I'm just fussy cutting all of these letters out. Fussy cutting is definitely not my favorite thing to do, but for the sake of what I have planned here, I went ahead and did it anyways. And my main tip for fussy cutting is, number one, to kind of cut around your letter so you're working with a smaller piece of paper. Like cut around your letter so that it's a small piece that you're working with and not the huge piece of paper. And then my other tip is to move the paper instead of the scissors. So just keep your scissors steady and then guide your piece of paper where you're going to be cutting. So those would be my tips when it comes to fussy cutting, but again, I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to that. I know that some people find it relaxing, and I am not one of those people. I just like to get it done as quickly as possible and then move on. But there you go. So I stamped out watching, and I just have it coming off the edge of my paper there. I feel like that kind of grounds it, as opposed to if it was sort of in line with the paper. Then I feel like it would be kind of floating a little bit. So I'm very big on kind of grounding words and my journaling, and I have a couple of different techniques that I use to go ahead and do that. But now I'm going to go ahead and stamp out this Kelly Perky sentiment. It says "Weekend This Way." It's on this arrow. And I thought I would use this on the left-hand side right next to watching, but I end up actually using it on my cluster of embellishments around my photo. So I'm just, again, stamping this on some regular white cardstock, and then I'm going to adhere it, or I'm not going to adhere it yet. I'm going to kind of place it there and just figure out kind of what I'm going to do on the right hand side. So I'm playing around with some pattern paper. I really like how this light pink color kind of works with that dark turquoise on the left hand side. So I adhere that down, and then I'm going to layer my photo on top of it. I didn't want to add a ton of layers since I knew I would be adding in some stamps and embellishments that would kind of make it a little bit more busy. And then I also knew that I had this really bright print on the other side, so I didn't want it to look too busy overall. So I'm just going to add this cluster and kind of call it done. So I have this little ticket from the Citrus Twist kits. This is from I think the Documenter kit, and it's this really cute ticket. On the top it says "Fun Excitement," and it had a little area there that I was able to stamp "It's Showtime." I wanted to try to get this whole tag on the page, but it was just a little bit too big, so it actually worked out perfectly that I cut off the bottom there and just used the top, because that sentiment was really what worked best with this sort of movie theme anyways. And then I was really trying to find a way that I could add my ticket stubs. I still haven't really figured that out. I left them off this page, but I'm still holding on to them in case I have some sort of aha moment where I figure out kind of a nice way to add them in. So if you have any ideas, please leave them in the comments below. But right now, they are just off the page, and I'm just kind of holding on to them. I will probably just add the date onto my page and then call it done. But I'm just going to go ahead and add in this piece of pattern paper underneath the photo and do my journaling there. And then I will go ahead and add the "Weekend This Way," that little sentiment that I stamped out earlier. I'll go ahead and add that to point to my journaling. So I went ahead and stamped out a few more details just using my black archival ink, and I just stamped it onto regular white cardstock and did some fussy cutting of those, and then I'm just kind of adding them onto my spread here, and I'm going through some of my embellishments. I have this pouch that I keep just kind of some of my flat embellishments in that I typically use on my traveler's notebooks, and I'm just kind of going through, and I pulled out this Studio Calico puffy sticker that says watch, and another puffy sticker that has a thumbs up. I will definitely link any products that are still available in the description box below, so if I'm forgetting anything here as I'm talking, it'll definitely be down there. And then I'm adding in these little Ellie Studio enamel dots. And then I think I'm just gonna, I'm adding also these Citrus Twist puffy hearts. I think I just add one of those. And then I'm going to finish this off with my Feed Your Craft Pattern Place stamp. I use this little slash, sort of slash mark pattern on a lot of my pages. I feel like it's a great sort of finishing touch. And then the last thing I'm going to do here is just draw in a couple of outlines onto these letters. I just felt like I needed to tie in a little bit of the black ink on the right hand side since I have some of that the black ink on the right already. So that will finish up this page. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more videos, please consider subscribing. And as always, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to stop by and watch my videos, and I will see you again very soon.